Because generally, okay. I thought somebody had already, because I generally don't start the recording. It is started by the local faculty. Anyway, we have started the recording. Don't worry about it. So I'm just waiting for everyone to just go through that code sample so that we can discuss. Okay, guys, have you gone through it, or you need more minutes, more time? Okay, I'll still wait. I'll wait till you say you are ready to answer questions. Shall I start, guys? Because unless until you have gone through it, I don't want to push you. So, you have to read it in a sequential manner. So this is your example of, I'm asking you, is it the example of encapsulation or not? See, I can ask you 20 questions on this. So I'm going to ask those 20 questions. Of course, yes. What is the definition of encapsulation? Encapsulation is nothing but adding the data and the actions which work on the data together. So which is the next level question. Is it an example of a tight encapsulation or loose encapsulation? Answer is tight. Absolutely correct. Because you can see nobody can access the data member directly. Okay. The outside code cannot access it. So this is definitely an example of a tight encapsulation. Can you tell me from today's understanding, what will is the state and what is the behavior? You can write in short forms. I can understand short forms. Tell me the state, tell me the behavior. State is level. Yes, instance variable is a level. And what about this thing? The behavior, setter and the getter. Everyone still with me? So here, I have written the set level for setting the level of the tag. Okay, let's look at it line by line. This is your state, tightly encapsulated, completely hidden. This is the parameterized constructor, which can initialize a tag with a certain level. Immediate question. Here, when you say level, which is the implicit keyword it adds, compiler adds which keyword implicitly? Absolutely correct. So here it is this dot level equal to L. But do I have to explicitly mention it here? Is it required? Is it mandatory or optional? Mandatory. Optional, because okay, let me ask you. What is the name of a local variable and what is the name of the instance variable here? Local variable name, please. L is local. And which is the instance variable name? Level. And are they the same or different? They are different. So if I want to test your clarity, tell me. This is how we are going to drive the lab session always. So now if I make it, of course you will get compiler error. Fix it. So how will you fix? Now you will have to specify this dot level equal to level. 100% of you with me. So then you will have to say, of course, this dot level equal to level. Okay. So this is nothing but the keyword in Java, which refers to current object reference or invoker object reference. Next one. So this is quite easy to understand. What it is doing is setting the level of the tank. This is called as a typical setter method. So setter methods are should be, I mean, this is for setting the tank level. The moment I say public, can any code from the same package as well as outside the package access it? Answer is yes. And similarly, I can get the level also. So this is all about your first level. First level in the sense regarding the tank class. All of you can visualize. So this is the user defined type. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Now, what is interesting is this assignment is interesting, I hope. So now start participating. When this particular line is executed, draw the memory picture quickly. When I say memory picture in the middle of night, you should visualize stack, the method area. So you draw it on your own. I will draw it here. You don't require my help. This is corresponding to your main thread stack. You continue. You don't have to look up. You please try it out on your own. So now tell me, I hope you have drawn this already. So what should I start with? Should I start drawing it in a stack, heap, or a method area? Stack is a wrong answer. It is right associative. When I say, wait a second. When I say right associative, what I mean is the LHS going to get executed first or is it going to be the RHS? Right hand side. Are you understanding? So here, the tank object is going to be created, but before the tank object can be created, the tank class has to be loaded. So show quickly. Here. Later, when you hear inheritance and all that, we will elaborate your understanding. Right now, we are not there. So here, please show tank class information. And when I say tank class information, the bytecode, that binary information is loaded, which includes the methods, which includes the constructor, etc. And the data structure. I mean, whatever data members, the structure of that this is what it is having. So the whole information is loaded in the method area. What is the next step you have drawn? I hope you have created the tank object. So refer to your picture and help me. How many slots should I show in the tank object? 2 is a very right answer. What is the first? This is CP, class pointer. And what is the next one? The level field. It is only the state which is memory allocated. So what is it? We said, I think 10, 20 or something, right? Yeah. So new tank 10. So here, show that level equal to 10. It's an integer. So don't say 10.0 and all that. So this is your tank object, first tank object, and everyone knows. What will this class pointer point to? This class pointer show it pointing to your loaded tank class information. And now what does a new operator return? The reference. It stores the address and that you have equated to T1. So you should show T1 in the stack. And this T1 is nothing but the reference type of a variable pointing to this tank object. Is everyone 100% clear? I'm not accepting 50% clarity. I need 100% clarity. Okay. So this is your first job done. First statement, the memory output done. Now this is copy paste. So do it on your own. It's an easy one again. So should I show the class loading once again? Of course not. One prototype can be used to create multiple instances. So directly start showing from the, from what? From the heap. So this is your second tank object, which has the 2 slots again, CP, and the level is 20. And it has got its own reference type of a variable, which is T2. And this T2 is pointing to the second tank object. Are we all good? Are we all clear so far? First 2 lines and the corresponding thing. Okay. So now let's solve the next one. So here I'm saying, what will be the output? I'm telling you, there is no compiler error. There is no runtime error. You just tell me, you just solve it and tell me what will be the output. It's an easy question. 10 and 20. but it is always interesting to solve it. So here, the first one, T1 dot level, it is calling T1 dot get level. So navigate properly. So start with T1. From T1, it holds the address of the object on the heap. From class pointer, it will call the get level method. Open your get level method. We are returning level. But level means what? This dot level, current level. So what is the current level of the tank? 10. So you are absolutely right. Oh, sorry. One more thing I forgot to this. This CP also points to the same class. Okay. And when you say T2 dot get level, it is going to pick up tank T2's level. So 10 and 20 output. Everyone has understood? Okay. So this is quite simple. There's nothing complex about it. Solve the next one now. So here, T1 equal to T2. Tell me, are we doing the copy of references or copy of objects? Answer is copy of references. So take this and show me in the memory picture. So what should I show? T1 is equal to T2. So anyone wants to tell me? What should I show? No, output, fine. Your output is right. But I want to show in the memory picture also. So what should I show? Will T1, see what is T1 equal to T2, right? So T2 is holding one address that is copied into T1. So can one reference refer to multiple objects? No. So you will have to, I hope you have done this. You dereference, detach this object, delink this object, and T2's contents are copied into T1 means what? T1 now starts pointing to that second object which is created on the heap. Are we 100% clear? Yes. So T1 and T2 both are holding the same address pointing to the second object. Obvious question. After this T1 equal to T2 is executed, are there any candidates for garbage collection, guys? Decide yes or no. Of course, yes. Is there any object which has lost all its valid references? Answer is yes, the first tank. Okay. So if you remember in the theory session, I had said there are 2 triggers. There are 4 triggers in all. I had explained 2 out of 4. So the first one was nullifying the reference, and second was reassigning. So tell me, is this the case of nullifying the reference, or is this the case of reassigning the reference? There's no nullifying. Where I have said T1 equal to null, it is the example of reassigning T1 from first tank object to second tank object. So tell me, which one should I show marked for garbage collection? The first one or second one? Obviously, the answer is first one. So here you can show that for the marked for garbage collection. But next question. When I say it is marked for garbage collection, is the object immediately removed from the heap or not? Answer is depends on the JVM. And since we have got just 2 tank objects, the heap is not full at all. Heap is nowhere getting fuller. So there is no chance your JVM will give the chance to the garbage collector thread. So in short, people will ask you, I told you, how many objects are marked for garbage collection? This is a very easy code. People give you more complex code. So the point is, this is only one object simply marked for garbage collection. Okay, so this is the story so far. Once you have the memory picture clear, nobody can confuse you, nobody can fool you. People had already answered this. Okay, so I'll write the answer here. This will be 1020. Anyone wants to tell? People have already told me. What will be the answer here, guys? With understanding, not a fluke, not a guess. Of course, it will be 2020. Yeah, of course. T1 dot level, T2 dot level, 2020. That I'm not writing. 100% with me? 100% clear? Okay. Now go the next way. Here, T1 dot set level 27. So this is your first day of, references, objects and all that. So go slow. Give yourself time. So start the journey. T1. So T1 dot set level. So but set level code doesn't exist here. Set level code is here. So now please open the tank class. The code for the tank class. So the method, the control reaches here. And what is the implicit keyword here? This dot level equal to level 1. So now tell me, how should I show? Where is this pointing to? To the first object or second object? Second object. So now remove this. So now we are setting the level. So this level is no longer 20. This level has been modified to 27. Okay. So this is the modification. 100% clear? Is there any method to know which market? No. There is no. Kunal, there are the JDebugger tools. There are advanced Java monitoring tools. If you are using those tools, then there is a possibility. Ordinarily, no. Okay, great. 100% is what I'm aiming for. 100% understanding I'm looking for, not 99%. Okay, so this is cool so far. Next one. So solve the next line. T1 dot set level 27. Absolutely. So naturally, the output is easy. So here, anyway, I want to hear it from you. What will be the output here? 27, 27. Very right. Because whether you access, see this. I think you are grasping it well, but still, my job to confirm. Whether you access the state of this object from T1 or T2, finally it is going to refer to the same object state. So naturally, the output will be 27. Okay, so that is why your answer is absolutely correct. It is going to be 27, 27. Now the last one before we solve the further programming assignments. Okay, now we have the last line, last two lines to solve. Always go from inner to outer because that is how it's executed. So please, here I'm highlighting and answer only that. So tell me, what is the value of T1 dot get level? 27, precisely, correct. So what is the value of this inner expression? Simple math, 37. Okay, so now, so when I say 37, the changes are not yet done. And now see, I'm calling T2 dot set level with the value of 37. Go back to your memory picture. And again, the same statement, whether you access this object via T1 or T2, we are talking to the same object. So should I change anything from here or no change, please? Of course, the object state is modified. So here is the last, change. So now this value itself is modified, is replaced by 37. I just wanted to confirm, by taking multiple references and all that. So see that T1 dot get level originally was 27. We modified, we added 10, so it became 37, but no changes was done in the state. And then I said T2 dot set level. So it again comes to the same object and the state is modified. So naturally, obviously, the last question is, what will be the output of the last one? Pretty easy to answer. I'm telling you, once the method, memory picture is clear, how can anyone fool you? Of course, it is going to be 37, both. So take a minute's break and tell me, are we completely clear? Which memory is allocated for the local variable of method? Stack memory. The stack frame, the main stack frame. While see, when the execution is in this, it will be pushed on the main stack frame. When the control goes to this method, the main stack frame will be pushed below, and this method get levels or set level stack frame will be pushed on the top of the stack. Okay, we are all talking about a single thread. Garbage collector thread is separate. We are not talking about that, right? So it is all pushed on the main thread stack. So here, when I say stack, please understand this as this is the stack belonging to which thread? This is not any other thread, but this is belonging to the thread main, or I'll say main threads stack. Okay, so this is what is your explanation. First object is created or constructor is called? No, see this here. When you say new, first the memory is allocated on the heap and then the constructor is called. Are you understanding what I'm saying? When you say tank T1 equal to new tank, first the sufficient memory is allocated all instance variables are initialized to the default value using something called as default initializer internally. And then the constructor is called, which will initialize the tank 11 to 10. Did I answer your question? Whoever asked? Mohammed, I guess. Okay. So here. So this is it. Any further questions, or are we ready to code now? So some coding practice now. Okay, this was just the understanding practice. You can think of questions. I can answer it anytime. But now you need to do the coding also. Just understanding is not sufficient. You should be in a position to apply. In which order classes are loaded in the method area. Right now, Vaishnavi, that is beyond this. Because if I start telling you from object class and all, you will not understand. So right now, focus on the things which are getting explained. So tank class. Because real answer is little detailed, little deep. And I have not yet taken the inheritance. So I can't explain that answer correctly. So right now, focus on tank class definitely gets loaded before the first object is created, and the rest of the details are anyway explained. T1 equal to 2 means T1 is referencing to the second. Yes, Arshia, here, see this, the whole memory picture is in front of you. T1 equal to T2. What is T1? So T1 gets the value of T2. But what is T2 holding? The address of this object. So the same address. Okay, think in numbers. Suppose the address of first box was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The address of second box was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So tell me, Arshia, when I say T1 equal to T2, what will be the value of T1? Will it remain as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, and that address, where that address is pointing to the second box. So this memory picture, this also I'll share as a lab whiteboard. So you should not have any ambiguity after that. Got me? Okay. So let us move on. Otherwise, we'll be just talking and there won't be any hands-on. There won't be any practice. Fine, great. Okay. So now read the next question carefully. I'll just discuss in 2 minutes design and I'll give you 10 minutes to solve it and we'll move on to the next one. That is how. See, initial days, you need lot of hand holding, lot of help. By the end of the next week or, middle of the next week, you won't require so much of our help. So then we will make you more independent. The still first few days are a little hard. Okay. So here, everyone has got my box class, so okay, I'll give you detailed instructions. Create day 2 lab folder. Under your workspace, create day 2 lab folder because people are making mistakes in the folder structure and wasting enormous amount of time. So I'll do it parallelly with you. This is my workspace. You open your workspace and create a new folder. Day 2 lab, day 2 assignment, day 2 practice, any name, whatever name you want, you can give that. Okay, so I've called it, suppose, day 2 lab. Create quickly 2 subfolders, SRC and bin. Every step I will wait for you. This is a lab session, so I have to wait for each of you. Has everyone done that? You just let me know whenever you've done it. Done? So there is no confusion. I don't want any single of you to waste time on dumb things like, creating the folder and all that. We have got a lot of interesting Java stuff to cover. Okay, so this was my workspace. I have created a fresh folder, day 2 lab. It is all empty. Now, go to day 2 data. I hope I'm speaking slowly enough. In day 2 data, go to code, day 2, SRC, and pick up means Control C, copy, box, and put it under day 2 lab ka SRC. I'll wait here for a minute. Take my existing box.java and paste it under day 2 labs SRC. Because this is your starting point. I don't want you to waste time writing the same things which we wrote together. Which we wrote. Repeat. Nilesh, here, focus. Open today's data. Today's data means day 2 data. Do it quickly. Open the code. Open day 2. Open SRC. Did you find box.java there, Nilesh? Answer. We are waiting for you. Found box.java. See the path. Day 2 data. Don't see this path because that will be different for you. So from day 2 data, code, day 2 SRC, you have to find box.java. Respond faster. Otherwise, the whole lab session gets delayed. Done. And now, after that, you are supposed to create a folder, day 2 lab, for creating today's lab work, today's hands-on work, today's assignment. Create 2 subfolders, SRC bin. Bin is all empty. And under SRC, I just told copy box.java. Managed? Continue? Okay, great. Now read the problem statement. Okay, first of all, you can just open it and you can just look at it. You can open it in a simple notepad. So there is nothing. So I'll not waste your time. You can go through it. Yeah, we have discussed this multiple times. So I feel people should be understanding this. So now this is already given. So you just have to give me additional thing. So here, read the instruction. Modify box.class to supply the following functionality. And you are going to test it using a separate class. And that name of the class is going to be testboxfunctionality.java. So which is the class you are going to write? Is testboxfunctionality.java. And you will need to write, you will have to make changes in some changes in box class also. Okay. So now read the requirement. I'm not going to write the code. Code has to be written by you, but I'll be helping you in explaining the requirement. Okay. So here is my requirement. A client walks in and client says, I want you to create a cube for me. Everyone knows cube. I'm taking a very simple examples. So when I say cube, will you ask the client for 3 dimensions or only 1 dimension? 3 or 1? 3 you are saying, guys, you don't know what a cube is. What is a cube? Cube is the one, your box, which has the same dimensions. So brush up your geometry, basic geometry, school level geometry. Okay, so here you are going to ask the client. See, when I say ask the client, you will be writing a test box functionality here. You will have a main method, scanner and all. Of course, I'm not explaining. And what will you write is, you will ask the user, enter side of a cube. Clear or not clear? See, you should always think. You should always think about how you are going to talk to client and then sit back and find out how you are going to solve the problem. So user is going to give you only one side. Those who are saying 3, check. I mean, it's a wrong answer. And now, using some code, we have to give the cube created for the user. So tell me, how will you do it? So I want that cube creation done by the done for the client. So yes, yeah, scanner and all is fine. That is Madhuri. This is expected, of course. Scanner, main method is all there. So imagine you have a scanner. You have already created a scanner. You just write that next line for me. Quickly. Okay. Nimish has already given me the final answer, but people may take time reaching there. So if I were you, anyway, I'm still giving time to people to respond. Yeah, you call a constructor. Absolutely. So here, suppose I write, okay, box cube is equal to, now we can write it in one line because now you know what is reference, what is object, new box, and user is going to give me only 1 dimension, sc dot next double. It's a side of the cube. If you write this, tell me, will you get a compiler error or no compiler error? Of course, compiler error. See guys, I'm not looking for only 10 answers. I'm looking for 200 answers. When I say 200 answers, I want the clarity with everyone. Everyone understands what will be the error message? No matching constructor, symbol not found. Because all we have given is a parameterized constructor having how many arguments? Answer is 3 arguments. Clear? So there is a clear-cut mismatch. So that brings us to the next question. In Java, I've discussed this already. In a particular class, can you add only one constructor or can you supply multiple? Single or multiple? Multiple. They are called as overloaded constructors. So what is the change you will do in the box.java? In that box.java, already Nimish had given me the final answer. So here you will have to add, don't scrap the first one. Some customers will come to you and say, I want to create what is it called? Cuboid. Cube means all sides same. Cuboid means it is different. So for cuboid, you require your first constructor. Here it is the another constructor. So add another constructor. Having how many arguments? One single argument. Am I reaching you? Can you visualize the code? Everyone can visualize the code. So this is what you are going to give me in next, let's say, max to max 15 minutes, because it is a very simple one. So I will repeat the steps. I have already given you box.java. You just have to add an additional parameterized constructor and do whatever you want to do with it. And just write a test box functionality.java from scratch, add your scanner, accept the side of the cube, and give me the output. Your time starts now. 15 minutes is all you are going to get. I'm sending you this discussion. Okay, so this I have sent you on the chat in case you need it for the reference. Somebody asked me the question. Just add cube related code in that. Yes, Madhuri. So whatever, it is all your call. Your 15 minutes start now. Start working towards it fast. Now don't discuss. Get into coding.
हेलो मैम।
Yeah, tell me.
मैम क्यूब की साइज फाइंड करनी है या सिर्फ उसका साइड प्रिंट करना
Um, Side print करना नहीं, size यानी you mean volume, right?
वॉल्यूम?
So
यस यस वॉल्यूम।
yeah, so no, give me both, no? Show me the box C cube dimensions, which is going to be the same anyway, and
यस।
print the volume also. Do both for me.
So ma'am, for that I have to do two methods, or I can include in one method. Or
We have already written, Rohit. We already
हाँ,
have got method get box dimensions and get whatever that get volume. So you're going to reuse that functionality.
okay
You're not going to write any other method.
okay
Okay. Continue.
हम गेट डायमेंशन स्ट्रिंग में ही चाहिए ना इसका भी?
Yes. See, guys, understand me. You're not going to require, you don't need to change the existing functionality. All you are going to just add is one more constructor and test the data, test the cube dimensions, show me the cube dimensions and show me the volume of the cube. Because that will give you the confidence that, okay, things are working.
Ma'am, can we take another variable side or we use existing one?
There is no existing variable side. So I don't
Ma'am,
understand what you mean.
ma'am, we have to use existing one as a parameter that we newly constructed, or we create new variable.
You are going to add another constructor, right? So
Yes.
the separate constructor, how can you access anything from your earlier constructor? You cannot. Try writing a second constructor which will have the one argument, and that argument method parameter name, that formal argument name, you can give it as side.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. But if you are talking, very good, Pushkaraj. So if you are talking about adding a new instance variable, you are not going to add any new instance variable. You already have width, depth, and height. So be clear. In 15
Okay,
minutes, we'll be discussing the solution.
किसी एक को डायरेक्टली साइड बना देंगे तो चलेगा ना?
Sorry?
कोणता पण एकाला इक्वल टू साइड केलं तर चालेल?
हा
हाईट
करून बघ
किंवा
ना, तू कर आणि दाखव मला, मग मी चेक करीन तू बरोबर करतोयस की नाही.
हाँ ठीक है.
Yes, Gaurav, that is correct. But that is a second step you are climbing. People are at the first step. What you have done is something called as constructor chaining. I don't even expect that. I'm expecting a simple solution. But you are right. You are absolutely right, by the way. But I will object. I don't like the variable names such A and B, because after a while you won't understand. So I would appreciate if you give this name A as side and the code becomes clearer. Got me, Gaurav? Okay. Yes, Rishikesh. Always, guys, I'll tell you something. Whenever people are evaluating you, at that time, the evaluation, some weightage also is given to the names of the classes, names of the methods, names of the data members which you create, or names of the variables. So don't give it arbitrary like XYZ or ABC, which nobody can understand. Always give meaningful variable names, meaningful method names, meaningful class names. That's why I was objecting to that A. Yes, Nimish, it is correct. It is correct, but I would again object. It's not width. So I like the word side because it gives me clarity the moment I say this. But the code is working. The solution is working solution. It is absolutely right. So guys, write it. No. Prajakta, wait a second. What you have done is wrong. So give me a second here. Nimish or those whoever are saying done, Avinash, for example, and all that, please write that, call that constructor from the test box functionality and then test it yourself whether it is working at all. Okay, so that means. Yes, Rajiv, you are right. Prajakta, guys, give me a minute. I want to explain. I want to comment on Prajakta's inputs. Here, this is a Prajakta, look at your own code. You are not computing a volume here. You are going to initialize all the sides of the queue to whatever user gives you. So why there is a product? It is a wrong thinking. Correct your thinking. In the constructor, are you going to initialize the state of the box or are you going to compute the volume? Answer me. You are going to initialize the state of the box. So this multiplication and the product and the volume creation is all wrong. Correct yourself. Shubham, I'm talking to this 190, the number ending with Shubham Kori. His suggestion, I mean, talking to him. So the constructor looks good partially. When you say side equal to S, you will get a compiler error. Side compiler can find which S are you talking about. So do some thinking. Code will have compiler error. And you absolutely don't need these additional methods, get cube dimensions or get cube volume. So correct yourself. It's a wrong code. I'm talking to Yash. You will get a compiler error. You will get a compiler error on your left hand side. There is no this dot side. The instance variable names are width and depth and height. Your RHS is correct. Your LHS is wrong. Fix it. Rajiv, I'm talking to you. Width, depth, height. Yes. Only thing is, I could have reduced, or rather you could have reduced those 3 lines to a single line. You could have written width equal to depth equal to height equal to size, and still it would work. Great, Nimish. If it is working, very good. Very good, Akshay. This one, Pushkaraj, I never asked you to create a separate class. Anyway, I mean, like I was asking you to continue. So I would have, I mean, this is fine, absolutely fine. So width, height, depth, cube side. But like I suggested earlier, you can reduce these 3 lines to 1 line also. Let me check, take a look at your tester code. Yeah, looks fine. Call through test box functionality, very right. Ankit, I'm talking to Ankit. Wrong code. There is no this dot side. See, again, I'll say your LHS is wrong, your RHS is right for that constructor. Figure it out. Oh, you have changed it later? No. This one. Ankit, you have a problem in your constructor. First fix that. Yes, Shivani, you are right. What you are sent me, the constructor is right. Yash, if you are saying you have declared it, you are doing the, what is it called? I mean, you don't need, you are added an unnecessary variable. See, side is nothing but side of the cube is nothing but the dimensions. And we already have the instance variable width, depth, and height. So it is a wrong approach totally. Discard it. You just have to initialize the width and depth and height to the same value of the side which user gives you. Think about it, Yash. Yes, who is this? Avinash. Yes. Only thing is I have an objection to your constructor argument name. I wouldn't go for double width. I would say double side or side of the cube or something. But your code is fine. Yes, Saurabh, you have done the whole, the last step also as in constructor chaining. So it is absolutely fine. Very good. Rohan, yes, it is a working one. I mean, at least I looked at your constructor. So this is fine. Ragini,
Ma'am,
just a second. I'm just looking at codes which were sent to me. Give me a second, please.
okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yes. Tell me, who is it?
This is Rohit ma'am.
Tell me,
Ma-
Rohit.
मैम एक बॉक्स क्लास में एक ही कंस्ट्रक्टर होगा ना बॉक्स, तो पहले वाले को
No,
कमेंट आउट करना
नहीं
पड़ेगा.
नहीं 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 क्या बोला हमने? You can initialize the box in 10 different ways. So in a particular class, you can add. I asked you the question whether you can add a single constructor or multiple. People have written. People have responded. In one class, you can declare multiple parameterized overloaded constructors.
Okay.
So think about it. So no
Yes,
commenting
I
the
get it.
earlier one. You got it? See,
Yes.
think functionally, this one, Rohit. User can come to me and say, give me a cuboid. So if you have commented your earlier constructor, your code will not work. I should be in a position to create a cube as well as a cuboid likewise. Okay. So dono constructor rakhna. Don't this thing comment anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Madan, what is this thing? You want to ask your doubt? See, since there are so many messages, I may not go through each and individual one. Yes, Madan, you can unmute yourself if you have a doubt on a command line argument. Please unmute and ask a question.
Yes, ma'am. I have a doubt on command line argument.
Mhm.
I am writing a code on checking the greatest number among the three, ma'am.
Checking
can
the
share the
grades.
code.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So why don't you do you want to share your screen so we can
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
direct? Okay. I'm stopping. my share.
Okay, ma'am.
This one, Rohit, double width equal to side, double depth equal to this is wrong. If you say double width equal to side, you are creating an additional local variable width. So it should be this dot width or simply width equal to side. What is that? Height equal to side and depth equal to side. So do it accordingly. Yes, sir, this one, Madan.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what were you saying? Are you asking a question? Prashant, I'm not yet checking the other things, because, there are a lot of messages. So I'm going to deal it with one by one basis. Madan, what I will suggest is taking you time to show the problem. So right now we have a limited lab time. I will talk to you at the end of the lab. So I could not hear you, by the way. So anyway, let's keep this question pending. I'll come back to you whenever again I'm waiting for others to solve the next requirement. Okay, so please stop your sharing. I'm starting my own sharing. Okay, guys, I think I have given you sufficient time. Okay, so since it is just a second day with me, I'm solving it with you. So because it is impossible for me to check everyone's code. I'm so happy that people are responding on the chat with their code. So now those I had already commented on some of you. Those who I could not comment, check it. So please pause your coding just for a minute. Otherwise, what happens is you are doing something on your own and then whatever I'm saying doesn't reach you. So let's start with the question answers. Can you add in the particular class only a single constructor or multiple constructors? Same question I had asked you earlier. Answer is multiple constructors, and those are called as overloaded constructors. Means what? The name of the constructor will be the same as the class name, but the signature means the method arguments, constructor arguments have to be different. So some of you had created additional variable here side. Completely wrong. Side is nothing but the dimensions. So please don't add any additional data members. Here, simply add overloaded constructor. Guys, another point. People definitely appreciate comments. The more and more comments you add to the code, not just like inside something or outside or whatever testing, actual comments are definitely appreciated. They increase the weightage of your code, or people appreciate it. So add overloaded constructor to initialize a queue. This is what we are going to do. So start responding. What should be the name of the constructor? Box. When I don't supply any access specifier, it is default. Fine. We are not into packages yet. Now tell me, how many arguments you are planning to pass here? 0, 1, 2, 3. What is the choice? A single argument. When in the middle of that you.
Ma'am, your
Screen is
screen
not
is not
visible.
visible.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thanks for pointing out. So sorry. My mistake. Here, I'll start from scratch. I'll rewind. So here, box class. Is it visible now? Okay, so I hope it is visible. So here, already there is one constructor. I'm simply adding an additional constructor. So please add comment to your code. Add overloaded constructor to initialize the state of the cube or initialize the side of the cube. So here, that is why I'm saying you give the variable names correctly. So here you can say side of the cube, or simply side also will suffice. And people had, some of you, see, I keep seeing the problem, so I have to correct them. Here, what will happen if I do this? Double width equal to side. Anyone wants to comment on it? If I write it like this, compile time error, runtime error, or the wrong output, pick up the option. If I do it like this, it is the wrong output. Guys, here you are redeclaring another variable and you are initializing the method local variable. Did you seriously want to do that? Answer is no. You want to initialize the state of the cube. So this is completely wrong. So till you get the feel, add some time, do some more typing. You say this dot width. This keyword is not mandatory, but excellent for understanding. When I say this dot width, tell me, is it a local variable you are initializing, or is it an instance variable you are initializing? It's a instance variable you are initializing. So this dot width equal to side. And likewise, if I'm a hyper programmer, hyper means non-lazy, I want to write too much of code. So I can always do it in 3 lines. This dot width, this dot whatever, what was that? Depth, and this dot side. This dot height I meant. Okay, is this solution completely clear to everyone? So those who are making mistakes, see, I don't know exact percentage, how many have done it, how many have not. I'm just making no assumptions here. So is this solution reached? The first level solution. Okay, but you tell me, writing 3 lines of code sounds a better idea, or doing it in a single line sounds better? I hope the answer is single line sounds better. Okay, so here, instead of doing it this way, I'll be sharing all this in the as the help. Okay, so here, can I do it in one single line? Absolutely yes. So this dot width. So I think you have got the point now. I hope this dot. This is where we appreciate ID because IntelliSense helps you. This dot depth equal to this dot height. Equal to side. Are you understanding this still? Can we do this? Of course, yes. So what happens is it is a right to left. So this dot height is equated to side. Suppose user says, I want a cube with a side of 10.5 units. So height is initialized. From that height, depth is initialized. From that depth, width is initialized. So here we have replaced 3 lines by a single line. 100% of you are clear? Yes, it is right associative. Absolutely. Okay. So this is a working solution. By the way, this was also a working solution. But guys, just getting the output is not important. Getting it the right way is important. So Now step back and tell me this assignment to width and depth and height, are we doing it already somewhere? Is this kind of a code? Is it already written earlier? It's a yes or no question. Answer is yes. Look at it yourself. Exactly the same thing we were doing in the constructor, in the earlier constructor. So we are repeating ourselves. So one of these techniques is dry as in do not repeat yourself. When you have already done the job, why do you want to do the same job yourself? So that brings us to the next level of optimization. So the question being asked is, can one constructor call another constructor in Java? It's a Boolean question. Answer is yes. And this is what is the second usage of this keyword. So how do you call from one constructor the other constructor? Answer is you start with the keyword this. One usage you already know, to unhide the instance variable from the local variable. But now you want to call a constructor. So start opening the parenthesis. And please tell me how many arguments, which constructor is calling which one? The cube-based constructor wants to call the first one. So anyone wants to tell me, what should I pass here? What should I pass here in the as the argument list? WDH is all wrong, 0 marks. You look at this and tell me, what should I pass? Guys, you have to pass the same side which you have asked from the user. So it will be as simple as side, comma, side, comma, side. So instead of redoing the work, it is called reinventing the wheel, repeating yourself, not needed. So this is example of one constructor calling the another constructor, and there is a term for that called as constructor chaining. I'll be sharing all of the code, so don't worry ever about the code. So now today I'm giving you freedom. What kind of freedom? Even if you write this and make it work, I'm happy. But I'll be happier if you reduce 3 lines to the 1 line. And of course, I'll be happiest if you can understand this constructor chaining, where one constructor can call the other constructor. I'll wait here for a minute till you acknowledge, till you settle. Are we getting it? You're going to test it with the flow in a couple of minutes. So people are little confused here. They are saying width WDH. Somebody had told me. If you write actually WDH, you'll get a compiler error. There's no W, there is no D, there is no H. Think of this scope, guys. All we have is side. And the same side you are passing as the 3 dimensions to the box. You're not getting it, Vaibhav? Which part you are not getting it? Constructor chaining part, forget the name. If you don't like the name, forget it. Just focus on it. So when you say this, followed by the round bracket, tell me, Vaibhav, what is it we are calling? No. Constructor chaining is just a label to it. Forget that. I'm explaining it. Here, when I say this, followed by the round brackets, followed by the parenthesis, you are calling from one constructor the other constructor. Okay? Forget this word. This word I'll explain Monday morning when we meet again. So here, when I say, let's think in code, okay? Suppose user gives me the input. Yes, it is calling the current classes constructor. Absolutely right. So suppose user has given me the side of the cube as 10. So how will client, what we will write in a tester in 2 minutes? Box cube is equal to new box and sc dot next double. So what will be the value of next double? 10. So here, side will be assigned the value of 10. Now focus. Everyone understood? The value of 10 is added to side. And now see where the control will go. The control will go from this second constructor to which constructor? Tell me. Which constructor it will call? No, Sumit. Why are you so lost? We are not, did I even mention the word volume anywhere? We are, read the comment, keep your eyes open. We are trying to initialize the cube. Who talked about this thing called computing volume and all? I never talked about volume. You are confused on something else. So settle, focus here. When you say this, the control goes to which line? The compiler, compiler checks, is there any matching constructor with 3 double type of arguments? What is the answer? Exists or does not exist? Sumit, wait, we are in the middle of a discussion and you are totally out of track. So you will have to wait for your time. Okay, so it exists. So 0 compiler errors. And in the runtime, where will be the control go? When this line is encountered, your control will go to the the 3 argumented constructor. And what will be the value which will be passed to WD and height? Anyone wants to tell me? What will be the value which will be passed? It's all 10, 10, 10. And here is where the actual code is, where you are initializing width equal to 10, depth equal to 10, and height equal to 10. Okay. And this is what is going to give you the creation of the cube. Sumit, I'm aware of your confusion, but you will have to wait for some time because otherwise it will confuse others. So this is the only thing you had to add in the box class. So this my job is done. Now you are supposed to write a tester. Which name of the tester? I told you already, I guess. The name of the tester is also I've given. Testbox functionality.java. So start telling me. The first statement will be import scanner. I think everyone can create a scanner object in main. And what will be the SOP you will add here? Enter the side of the cube. This is the code which I have already given you as the help. So tell me, which constructor is getting called? A single argument constructor or 3 argument constructor? Which one? People are saying 3 argument constructors. Such a wrong answer. How many arguments you are passing, guys? 1 argument. So tell me where the control will go. And let me open. To this constructor or to the first one? Of course, the control will go to this constructor. You do the actual understanding how the execution is happening. And once this line is executed, then it is calling the another constructor from this class, which is where the initialization is happening. So this is my explanation of the first assignment of creating the cube. Most of you, I don't know, most or least, whatever, but I have explained it completely. Finish it in next 5 minutes. I'm just waiting 5 more minutes and giving you the chance. Those who have done it, very good, excellent. Go on to the next objective. But those who could not finish, I hope I have given the sufficient help. I'll keep that box.java in front of you so that there should not be any confusion. The word constructor chaining, I'll discuss it in the theory session because it's a concept. Now I have already given the whole solution. So now don't send me code.
Ma'am, can I share my screen?
One second, one at a time. Give me time. So scanner, enter side of the cube, double side equal to this, new box side, cube.get box volume, and print it. Yes, you are right. Yeah, so no, first I'm giving a chance to Sumit, or was it Sumit who was talking to me?
This is Rohit, ma'am.
No,
Yes,
wait. Sumit has been waiting for a while. Yes, Sumit, unmute yourself and please, Pucho, what is your question?
Yes, ma'am. I just concerned about that you are asking for the user just only one value. Okay.
Correct.
And you assigning that value.
एक second. Go slow. Here,
okay.
यहाँ पे code है. Think in code. Don't take off like that. यहाँ पे you are asking for how many values? One value. So continue with on these lines. Yes. Look at this code. हाँ बोलो.
मराठी हिंदी.
हाँ बोल मराठी हिंदी इंग्लिश सगळं कळतं.
इथं तुम्ही ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट केला बॉक्स क्लासचा. ओके, ठीक आहे.
बरोबर आहे. इथे म्हणजे कुठे? थांब. इथे म्हणजे कुठे? राईट हँड साइड मध्ये.
हा तिथे. हा त्यानंतर हा जे क्यूब नाव दिलंय ते त्याचा रेफरन्स धरेल.
हा तो आता मी तिथे जर एबीसी म्हटलं तरी चालेल. काहीच फरक पडत नाही.
हा.
बोल.
त्यानंतर मग मला फक्त एवढंच माहिती करून घ्यायचं आहे की जे वरती तुम्ही धिस डॉट जे आपण बॉक्सची साईज युजरला आपण बॉक्सची साईज जी विचारली होती पहिल्या एक्झाम्पल मध्ये,
हम्म.
तिथं हाईट, विड्थ अँड डेप्थ घेतली होती ना आपण.
हा बरोबर.
बरोबर.
कारण युजरला तेव्हा क्युबॉइड करायचा होता.
हा क्यूबॉइड
आता तो
करायचा होता. बरोबर.
आता त्याला क्यूब हवाय.
हा क्यूब हवाय. मग त्याच्याकडून आपण एक व्हॅल्यू एंटर करून घेतली. बरोबर.
हे झालं ना, आता हे
हा.
डिस्कस झालं करून.
आणि मग त्याच्यानंतर मग तुम्ही ते 3 हाईट, विड्थ आणि डेप्थला तुम्ही ते असाइन केली. बरोबर.
पण कशी केली हे तुला कळलं का?
कळलं ते कळलं.
हा ठीक आहे, पुढे बोल.
ते का केलं मग, पण ते मला फक्त विचारायचं.
अरे क्यूब जरी म्हटलास, एक मिनिट लेट मी आस्क यू क्वेश्चन्स. जेव्हा तू क्यूब व्हिज्युअलाइज करतो तेव्हा क्यूबला किती साइड्स असतात?
क्यूबला 6 असतात.
ओके, ते सरफेसेस झाले. मी सांगतेय आपल्या डेटा मेंबर्स मध्ये जेव्हा तू क्यूब डिझाइन करतोस तेव्हा तुला किती इनपुट्स लागतात, किती डायमेन्शन्स लागतात क्यूब
3
क्रिएट करायला?
लागतात, लेंथ, ब्रेड्थ आणि हाईट.
हा, आता तर लेंथ ब्रेड म्हणत नाहीये मी, माझ्या भाषेत बोलत, विड्थ, डेप्थ आणि हाईट. मग ती तर आर्ग्युमेंट्स आहेतच ना. जेव्हा तिन्ही सेम असतात तेव्हा तुझा क्यूब बनतो. मग आपण काय करतोय, मग आपण फक्त त्या डायमेन्शन्स सगळ्याची एकाला इक्वेट करतोय. विड्थ आणि डेप्थ आणि हाईट तिन्हीला तू एक साइड बनवतोयस. एक साइड म्हणजे एक व्हॅल्यू देतोयस.
हा बरोबर. मग
मला कळतंय तुझा जॉमेट्रीचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे का जावाचा प्रॉब्लेम?
नाही मॅडम, माझं जॉमेट्री ओके चांगलं आहे माझं. ठीक आहे. पण मला फक्त मग आता व्हॉल्यूमचा आपला फॉर्म्युला काय येतोय? एल क्यूब.
एक मिनिट थांब एक मिनिट. तू व्हॉल्यूमला जम्पच करू नकोस. तुला ही लाईन कम्प्लिटली कळली आहे 100%?
मॅडम मला सगळं समजलंय. फक्त माझा
बोलत राहा, ऐकतेय.
फक्त माझा कन्सर्न हा होता की म्हणजे मला एवढंच विचारायचं होतं की तुम्ही एल क्यू ते जे धिस डॉट हाईट, विड्थ अँड ब्रेड्थ केलं जे आपण, ते का केलं?
जरा उघडू देत. म्हणजेच तुला ते कळलेलं नाहीये, ह्याचाच अर्थ तुला ते कळलेलं नाहीये रे. हे बघ, तुला व्हॉल्यूमच्या आधी तुला हा कन्स्ट्रक्टरच कळलेला नाहीये. तू मला सांग, आता मी तुला विचारते त्याची उत्तरं तशी देत जा.
हा ठीक आहे.
राईट हँड साइड पहिल्यांदा एक्झिक्यूट होते. अग्री?
हो.
ओके. मग मला सांग, जेव्हा ही लाईन राईट हँड साइड हायलाइटेड कोड एक्झिक्यूट होईल तेव्हा कंट्रोल कुठे जाईल? बॉक्स क्लासमध्ये जाईल.
ओके. हा बरोबर.
हे समजलं इथपर्यंत?
हो.
हा. मग मला सांग, म्हणूनच म्हटलं की तुला नाहीये कळलेलं, सो डोंट मेक अझम्पशन्स. तर मला आता सांग, ह्या वेळेला फर्स्ट कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल होईल का सेकंड कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल होईल?
तिथे फर्स्ट कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल होईल.
रॉंग. तिथेच तुझं कन्फ्युजन आहे. अरे तू किती आर्ग्युमेंट्स पास केली आहेस इथे? किती आर्ग्युमेंट्स पास केली आहेत सांग? 1 का 3?
जेवढे आर्ग्युमेंट पास केले.
अर्थातच मॅचिंग वर नाही का चालणार? म्हणूनच तुला म्हटलं की डोंट अज्युम की यू हॅव अंडरस्टूड इट. इथे कुठला कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल होईल परत? फर्स्ट कन्स्ट्रक्टर मध्ये आपण 3 आर्ग्युमेंट्स दिली आहेत. सेकंड कन्स्ट्रक्टर मध्ये आपण सिंगल आर्ग्युमेंट दिलाय. कोणता कन्स्ट्रक्टर मॅच होईल?
सेकंड होईल.
सेकंड मॅच होईल. म्हणजे कंट्रोल इथे आला. समजलं इथपर्यंत?
हो.
हा. कंपायलर गोज बाय मॅचिंग. JVM also goes by the matching the number of arguments. मग इथे हे सगळं कोड मी कमेंट केलंय. कमेंटेड कोड आता वाचू नकोस. आता जेव्हा मी इथे म्हणते this आणि राऊंड ब्रॅकेट्स, तर हे कुठलं कोड कॉल होईल? कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल होईल का मेथड कॉल होईल?
इथं कन्स्ट्रक्टरच कॉल होईल. कन्स्ट्रक्टर दुसऱ्या कन्स्ट्रक्टरला कॉल करतो.
नाही, तू काही बाकी बोलू नकोस. आय विल गाईड. मला फक्त स्पेसिफिक उत्तर दे. कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल होईल का मेथड कॉल होईल? 100% क्लॅरिटी. कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल होईल. जर मला मेथड कॉल करायची असती तर मी काय केलं असतं रे, की गेट बॉक्स डायमेन्शन्स किंवा व्हॉल्यूम, गेट व्हॉल्यूम, असं मी काहीच म्हटलेलं नाहीये. सो व्हेन यू से धिस कीवर्ड अलॉंग विथ द पॅरेंथेसिस, यू आर सिम्पली तू फक्त त्याच सेम क्लासचा मॅचिंग कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल करतोयस. ओके, सो तुझं उत्तर बरोबर आहे. यू आर सेइंग कन्स्ट्रक्टर विल गेट कॉल्ड. पण आता मला सांग, हाऊ मेनी आर्ग्युमेंट्स यू आर पासिंग टू दॅट कन्स्ट्रक्टर? 1 का 3? 3 आर्ग्युमेंट्स. मग ते रिकर्शन होईल. रिकर्शन म्हणजे विल इट कॉल द सेम कन्स्ट्रक्टर अगेन और विल इट कॉल दिस 3 आर्ग्युमेंटेड कन्स्ट्रक्टर? हा कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल येईल. 3 आर्ग्युमेंटेड कन्स्ट्रक्टर. व्हेरी राईट. मग आता जर युजरनी मला सांगितलं असेल की मला क्यूब असा बनवून द्या की ज्याची साइड इज 12 युनिट्स. ओके, 12 feet, 12 inches, व्हॉट एव्हर. मग ही 12 व्हॅल्यू ही साईडला असाइन झाली. मग ही 12,12,12 ह्या व्हॅल्यूनी तुझा पहिला कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल झाला.
राईट.
म्हणजे काय झालं, म्हणजे डब्ल्यू ची व्हॅल्यू झाली 12, डी ची व्हॅल्यू झाली 12 आणि हाईट ची व्हॅल्यू झाली 12. 12 when I say what I mean is 12.0. आणि मग युझिंग दोज 12 व्हॅल्यूज यू आर इनिशियलायझिंग द स्टेट. स्टेट म्हणजे काय, विड्थ, डेप्थ आणि हाईट. आणि मग हा कन्स्ट्रक्टर रिटर्न होईल. हु वॉज द इन्व्होकर ऑफ दिस कन्स्ट्रक्टर, हा कन्स्ट्रक्टर, हा रिटर्न होईल. आणि इथे रिटर्न होऊन तुझा कंट्रोल परत येईल टेस्टरला. आणि तुझ्या मेमरीमध्ये, हीप मध्ये अ न्यू बॉक्स ऑब्जेक्ट विल बी क्रिएटेड. आणि त्याचे डायमेन्शन्स काय असतील, 12.0, 12.0, 12.0. आणि त्याचा ऍड्रेस रिटर्न होईल आणि तो आपण स्टोअर करतोय या रेफरन्स व्हेरिएबल मध्ये. कळलं आता पूर्ण?
समजलं मॅम. थँक्यू मॅम.
आणि आता नो प्रॉब्लेम, इट्स माय जॉब. आता जर तू असं म्हटलास की आता मला त्याचा व्हॉल्यूम हवाय, तर तुला नवीन एक मेथड टाकायला लागेल का रे, की गेट क्यूब व्हॉल्यूम? ऑफकोर्स नॉट. I'll just say SOP. Wait, Rohit, I'm in the middle of discussion. You can see that. You can hear to that discussion. So, एक मिनिट, नाही मी रोहितशी बोलत होते इन बिटवीन. थांब, कंटिन्यू. तो इथे काय करायला लागेल मला, फक्त मला त्याचा व्हॉल्यूम प्रिंट करायचा आहे. व्हॉल्यूम ऑफ अ क्यूब. सो प्लस इज फॉर कन्कॅटिनेशन. तर मी काय म्हणेन,
जी आधी लिहिली होती ती मेथड कॉल केली तरी
एक्झॅक्टली,
येईल.
व्हेरी राईट. गेट बॉक्स, नाही काय होतं ते, गेट व्हॉल्यूम, आय थिंक.
हा मॅडम, हेच मला विचारायचं होतं.
नाही, तुला पहिलं कळलंच नव्हतं, त्यामुळे हे तुला कळलंच नसतं. कारण मी विचारल्या प्रश्न त्या सगळ्याची तू उत्तरं चुकीची दिलीस. त्यामुळे हे पहिल्यांदा समजून घे. त्याच्यासाठी मी 10 मिनिटं घालवलेली आहे. त्यामुळे हे डिस्कशन महत्वाचं होतं. ही मेथड तर सेमच आहे, पण जोपर्यंत तुला कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल होऊन ते एक कन्स्ट्रक्टर दुसऱ्याला कसा कॉल करतोय अँड इनिशियलाइज स्टेट होत नाही, तोपर्यंत या वाक्याचा काही अर्थ नाही. तर आय हॅव एक्सप्लेन यू बोथ. नाउ थिंक ओव्हर इट अँड वी आर एनीवे मूव्हिंग अहेड. येस रोहित, टेल मी, व्हॉट इज युअर क्वेश्चन? यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम.
मॅम, रन करत होतो त्याच्यामध्ये सगळं करेक्ट टाकून पण प्रॉब्लेम येतोय. एकदा बघता फक्त
मी बघते, बट आफ्टर सम टाइम. आता मी दुसरी मेथड डिस्कस करणार आहे. अदरवाइज वी मूव्ह व्हेरी स्लो आणि मग काहीच एक्झॅक्टली म्हणजे काहीच अचीव्ह होणार नाही या लॅब सेशन मध्ये.
मॅम, क्रिएट क्लास मध्ये रन करायचे तेच करणार आहे ना आता आपण?
काय म्हणालास?
क्रिएट बॉक्स मध्ये रन करणार आहे तेच करणार आहे ना आता?
नाही, हे बघ ना, तुम्ही इन्स्ट्रक्शन वाचत नाही आहात. मी तुम्हाला टेस्ट बॉक्स फंक्शनॅलिटी डॉट जावा असा नवीन क्लास बनवायला सांगितलाय फॉर युअर प्रॅक्टिस. पण आता जर तू तो केला नसेल आणि तू क्रिएट बॉक्स मध्येच कंटिन्यू करत असेल तर इट इज फाईन.
Okay.
But I have given you the question statement properly. You are supposed to create a separate class and test it from that. कळलं तुला?
Okay, बरोबर.
Okay. So guys, okay, let us group up again, sync up again. So please pause your work. I hope at least 70% of you have completed it. Whatever I was discussing. हो गया complete आपकी पहले, only 3.1 I'm saying. So, because you know, otherwise you have a weekend coming up, and if I don't finish the discussion, we won't get, I mean, you won't be able to do it, or you may not be able to do it. So, let us move on and have the second discussion. So, stop everything, whatever you are doing. Even if you are stuck in some earlier error, leave it. Talk to me. I mean, hear my statements.
Hello, ma'am.
Now, please don't interrupt. I'm in the middle of something. What is it you wanted to say quickly?
मॅम, कन्स्ट्रक्टर चेनिंग मध्ये
नाही, कन्स्ट्रक्टर चेनिंगला जाऊ नको आता. इट इज आउट ऑफ बाउंड क्वेश्चन. आता नको. लेट अस फोकस ऑन द नेक्स्ट रिक्वायरमेंट. नाही तर माझं काहीच कव्हर करेल, म्हणजे तुम्हालाच काही कव्हर केल्यासारखं वाटणार नाही. सो वेट, लेट युअर क्वेश्चन बी डीलेड.
ओके मॅम.
Focus on the things which I'm doing. When I start a discussion, please stay focused on that. Extra questions later. Okay. So guys, read this. Take a minute to read this because I'm going to ask you how you are going to design it. Okay, finished reading the highlighted question. You have to read the question correctly. Unless until you understand the question, how will you understand the discussion? So I have given you. So let us say, you know, you always think from the tester's point of view. The way client is going to call your code. So suppose client has given you the order for 2 boxes. Okay. So imagine that See, I'm helping you a lot with the code because I can see you are able to maybe understand the concept, but implementation nahi ho raha hai. So I'm helping you with the code. So imagine that in your test box functionality, you have already accepted some arguments. And when I say when I say some dots, this means sc dot next double, sc dot next double, sc dot next double. So this has created the first box. Samjha itna? Understood what I'm saying? So one box is created. No, your answer is wrong. This one, whatever somebody has said, get volume and all wrong. So give me time. Now you are going to prompt to user, enter the second box dimensions. So I'll just, I'm going to share all this. Don't worry. So I'm saying enter first box, box dimensions. User entered it. Your job is done. Job is done means this job is done. Now you ask the user, enter second box dimensions. Okay. And so here another box. So how many objects and how many references, please? 2 references, 2 objects. Are we good? Okay. Now I want you to think back and write something which will tell me whether the boxes are same or different. So we are going to discuss some code in between, that is fill in the blanks. And after you execute that code, I should see the output if both the boxes have the same dimensions, not the volume. See, somebody had given me a loose code. If I say first box has the dimension 1, 2, 3, second box has the dimension 3 to 1, so volume to same hi aayega. But are these the boxes same? No, of course there are different boxes, different dimensions. So don't jump to the answer. Think a little bit. So anyway, coming back to the point, you are going to write some code. So after executing that code, if exactly the 2 boxes width is same, height is same, and depth is same, I should see the output as same. And if any of the dimensions is different, I should see the output as different. So tell me, is the requirement clear? Is the question clear? Is it clear? Okay. So this is what we are attempting. So tell me, I'm guiding you step by step. So tell me, in this is going to be the tester code. Okay, that tester, that whatever test box functionality. This is your tester code, not a box class. So answer this. From the tester code, can you, okay, let me take a small step, earlier step. So are you understanding the equality criteria? What is the equality criteria? All dimensions. So for example, if I give the first dimensions as 10, 20, 30, and the second list of dimensions as 20, 10, 30, what should be the answer? Same or different? Answer has to be different. So I got you correct, right? Because sometimes there is a confusion in what she wants, what I want here. Okay, so this is what I want. And of course, if I give 10, 20, 30, I should see the output as same. Okay, so now tell me, what is it you are going to compare? You are going to compare B1's width with B2's width, B1's depth with B2's depth, and the height. So now I'm asking you the second question. Can I access B1's width? Can I access these boxes widths from the tester? Yes or no? Yes, you are writing it correctly, Pankaj, but I have to take care of everyone. Answer is somebody saying yes. Come on. If I write the code here, you're forgetting the basic facts. B1 dot width. Suppose if I write it like this, if B1 dot width double equal to, because you are checking the equality, B2 dot width, what will you get is a compiler error. Why will you get compiler error, guys? Yes, private, ensuring the type encapsulation. So this is wrong. You cannot do that. So what we do instead is we are going to add a method. We are going to add a new functionality, a new method add a method. You can call it as something test equals, R boxes equal, or check equality, whatever. Later we will standardize, but that is later. So add a method in a box class to test the equality. Okay. And then you are going to call this method. And that method, if it returns true, you print the output as same. If that method returns you false, Boolean returning method, you say that boxes are different and print different. Understood my thinking? Yeah, I'm not checking the answers here. Because I have to care for majority who may not even, immediately be ready with the code. So later I will check the individual solutions. Have you understood? Every one of you. Has everyone understood? Okay. So now again, I'm giving you some clues here. How to think, because building logic is taking longer time and understanding the syntax and all that. So here, my suggestion always is try to invoke the method before writing it. So that will give you a visualization. So let us say, imagine you have added a method check equality or test equality. So do you want to tell me how will you invoke it? So how will you invoke the method? Because that will give you the clue. Anyone wants to tell me how to invoke that test equality method from the tester? We have yet to write the method. I'm preparing you for that. So type out the answer. No, Himanshu, that is the code. No. Shubham, that is a vague answer. I want the answer in B1, B2 and all. How will I invoke the method? Okay, so I can accept this one's answer, Suruchi's answer. So here you can say B1 dot check equals, or you can say check equality. You are free to write the method name. Today, I mean equality of with what will you pass? B2. And this is going to assign what? This is going to return what? This should return you a Boolean. So here I can do it in one line, but maybe people will find it difficult. All. I'm not saying everyone, but maybe some of you. So Boolean. So I can assign it to the flag or status. So I can say some variable name status. And then I can check. I can reduce the code definitely, but later. So then I can say if status. Guys, don't say if status double equal to true. If status, what will you SOP? Same or different? You will SOP same. Are you understanding? This whole thing can be reduced to a ternary. But if I directly start writing in ternary, maybe people will feel lost. And here, else, what is it you are going to SOP, guys? Is different. Have you understood? I have not yet written the method. Everyone is aware of that. I'm doing it in a reverse manner. First, we are trying to think how we are going to call the method, and then sitting back and writing the method becomes easy. So take your minute. I'm waiting for your answer. Is this method invocation clear or not? Okay. So if you say it is clear, I'm saying this can be reduced to a one-liner, but don't worry about that. I'm okay with 3-liners or 4-liners, fine. But right now, if you run it as it is, compile it as it is, of course you have a problem. So what is it you'll have to do? So now we are talking about add a method in the box class to test the equality. So this is what is the real stuff. This code you are writing in the tester. And this is the additional API, additional method. You are writing your own methods, your own APIs, so that tester can use it. So now start with me and dictate answer. So anyone wants to tell me what should be the return type of the method? Waiting for your answers. I've already answered that. Of course, it has to be a Boolean. Everyone agrees with me. So this will be Boolean. Got it? Great. What is the method name? I have decided my method name here. Of course, there's no forcing you, but don't give the method as test or, simply check or all. Give me a method which I will understand. Method name should be smart. So here, check equality. And now the golden question. Here, what should be the argument? I think it will be an easy answer because we have already written it. Anyone wants to tell me what should be the argument here? Of course, the class name. Okay, class name is box. So give me a proper this. So here, box. And should I say it as B2 or can I give it as any variable name? I'll repeat my question. यहाँ पे B2 लगेगा या कुछ भी चलेगा, वेरिएबल नेम कुछ भी चलेगा या B2 ही लगेगा. Anything will do. So we always use the method, variable names which are meaningful. So here I'm giving the variable name as another box reference. Guys, I'm trying to prepare you for writing the methods which accept the reference type of a variable, all in a hands-on manner. No theory here, no concept. Of course, there's a concept. So this is your method declaration done. But if you want to compare two things, if you want to test the equality, you require two boxes. So one reference variable I'm passing here. But where is the other box? Tell me. I said for checking equality, you need two things. So one is this. Absolutely correct. So now you are sitting in the box class. So this corresponds to current box reference. So let me ask you a very important question. Here my question. When I call this method, what is the value of this and what is the value of another box? I'll repeat my question. I said, when I do this invocation, what is the value of this and what is the value of another box? Let me see the answers. This is B1 and another box is B2. Perfectly right. But equality has to be symmetric. Symmetric यानी क्या? If x is equal to y, then y has to be equal to x. So अगर मैंने swap किया, अगर मैंने यहाँ पे किया B2, अभी बताओ, what will be the value of this and what will be the value of another box? So this will be now the invoker object reference and the argument is the B1. And we should write the code that whatever we use, you tested, it should work. Symmetric होना चाहिए. अगर x is equal to y, then of course y has to be same as x. So since from your answers, I'm getting a hope that you are understanding things. So let us keep it simple. Otherwise later you will have a confusion that why she is. But even if you swap it, the code should work. So now it is all easy. Easy means what? You have to actually, compare the dimensions. So यहाँ पे, you can write it in 2-3 lines or you can write it in 1 line. Here I'm opting for 1 line. So you can directly start with return. And now that return value should be either true or false. So depending on the dimensions, anyone wants to help me. What should I write after return? Try it. Yeah, this one, Kunal, if is also not required. You will see how. If condition also, I don't have to write. Here, okay, let me give you the clue. How to access the current box ka width? I can say this dot width. So let me ask you, when I say this dot width, am I referring to B1's width or am I referring to B2's width? B1's width. Everyone with me. Great. And so I'm saying if it is equal to, what is the variable name? So what should I use here? Should I use here B1 dot width, B2 dot width or another box dot width? Batao. Of course, another box. करके देख लो. You say B1 dot width, 100% compiler error. यहाँ पे कुछ B1 है ही नहीं. B2, same error. There's nothing called as B2. So you have to use the local variable name. I hope I'm going sufficiently slow and clear. So ये compare कर दो width. But if I write only this much, now see, solve it. So see, this is your Boolean condition. So if the two widths, yani B1's width is same as B2's width, What will this evaluate to? Evaluate it to true or false? True. So our job is done. I was talking to Kunal, I guess. So no if condition also. Okay, this does the job. But is it the complete job or only partial? पूरा हो गया है incomplete है, incomplete है, partial. Because I never said width should be same. So people are telling me smartly, what is that? Short circuit operator and. What does it mean? What is the difference between and versus and? If you say and, it will evaluate the whole expression. But if width are dissimilar, अगर width ही different है, तो is there any point in checking further dimensions? Point is not there. So immediately it will short circuit and return you false. Lekin agar if your width is same, then what is it you would like to go for? I'm not going to write this, that much at least I have to leave it for you. तो क्या compare करोगे आप? This dot depth to another box dot depth and height भी compare करो, and you can return the whole thing in one liner. So are you feeling lost or are you understanding it? Be honest with me. If it is lost, somebody said lost, I guess. Understanding it? See, you see, I'm not saying, I'm not aiming for 100%. Ari, this is your first day in object oriented. So don't be hard on yourself. Even if 2%, 3% is reaching you, good enough. Okay, so I'll stop talking. I'll give you time. Try it out. I'm waiting for next 10 minutes. Try it out. The moment you start writing the code, you will have 10 different questions and we will be here to answer it. So try karke dekh lo. Okay, try it out. I'm waiting for another 10 minutes. And after those 10 minutes, I'm going to discuss the remaining assignment. So over the weekend, you should be feeling confident and good enough to solve the whole part. That's the plan. Anyway, I'm giving you 10 minutes. I'm here for the next 10 minutes. Continue. What I'll do is I'll share that core Java assignments. 1 second, Narendra, just give me 1 second. I will check your code in a minute. Oh, I sent it to only one of you, I think. So guys, stop sending me direct messages, please. I hope I'm sent you the correct one. Give me a sec, because you know where it is, day to day. I've sent you whatever I've written. Yes, Narendra, I'll look at your solution now. Yes, Aditya, I totally get you. I totally feel you. Of course, you will take time, but I'm here. So at least start working on it. Wherever you feel stuck, ask me question. So void check. This one, Narendra, you missed out on the important statement. Here, you are not writing it. This method has to be written in a box class. So you already have the current box reference. So first objection is there's no need. Narendra, I'm talking to you. So there is no need for passing two box references. Ye kab chalega? If you are writing it in a separate class, something like box utils class, then you will require. So that is your first mistake. Second one is, I did not want you to write the output here, that this method should return me just a Boolean status, true or false. Okay, so that way is the another problem. So I don't want to see these SOPs here. This SOP should be in the tester. Tester should call it and say equal or unequal. I hope you understood me. So please modify accordingly. Great, great. Continue. You can compare box B if you return this dot width. This and this. Yes, Gaurav, you're absolutely right. Now write a tester, call this method and check whether your method is working fine and give me the output as same or different correctly. Box dimensions, box B2, Boolean flag, if flag. Yes, absolutely correct. So now work on, since you have done the first step already, now work on, I'm talking to Gaurav, work on this part. Compare to, okay, compare box is your method name. Okay, I don't want to see so many lines of code. So I want this to happen in one line. Your clue is, hint is ternary operator. So try reducing your code if you want. Great. Go ahead. Let me look at Ashish, you are this. Yes, absolutely correct. Length equal to this and yes, yes, absolutely right. This one, who is it? Ashish, very good, very well done. Yes, Ramesh, absolutely right. System.out.println. Okay, so you are doing it right, right. You can do it this way also. You can, or you could have done it in the SOP also. Fine, but I'm accepting this. Another Gaurav. Just equality this return box. Yeah, looks okay. You guys test it because I'm just looking at it, so I might make a mistake. You write a tester code and test it whether it is working correctly, but looks fine to me. The next one you are talking about, Saurabh, modified box, right? Enter new length and all. There's a small problem with that, Saurabh. You are talking to the user from the tester, so यहाँ पे SOP वगैरह कुछ नहीं आएगा. So wait for that, please. Yes,
Hello,
Gaurav.
ma'am.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hello, ma'am. Is
Yes.
it audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Ma'am, a little bit confusion is there.
बोल
Actually,
ना.
in the assignment that question number 3, 3.1, 3.2, 3.4, all are same. Like in the
They are
same.
not same. Arey, nahi. They are not same. Come on. They are different assignments. But it is working on the box class and the tester.
Like in the box class we have to write all the methods and in the tester
Box
like
class
same.
मध्ये आपण तो जो box class जो दिलाय तोच आपण modify करतोय to give more and more functionality. समजताय?
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So I'm not forcing you to write, lot of classes, the same class with the enhanced things, with addition, more and more addition you are doing. So for example, 3.1 में क्या किया था? एक additional constructor डाल दिया, overloaded constructor. यहाँ पे आप क्या कर रहे हो? You are adding a testing equality method and testing it from that same tester. That is how we are continuing, Nilesh. I have shared it, Abhijit, long back. Again, I will share it. That core Java assignment का मैंने अभी share किया था. एक second, फिर से करती हूँ. And by the way, I'm going to upload all of this under day 2 lab on our modified by nahi share you. Okay, I'll share it once again. Don't worry, even if you don't get it now, at the end of the day, I'll upload day 2 lab data करके वहाँ पे सब मिल जाएगा. I'm doing it right away also. Just check whether it can. Oh, again, I'm sending it to only one of you. Wait a second. Just check whether you got it. Abhijit, Madhuri, I told you already. Same tester also continue. I mean, if you have written the test box functionality, you can continue in the same. So you don't have to waste time in writing new classes all the time. Existing chalega. This is just to give you coding practice. Swapnil, I answered that question earlier. I'll answer it again. When you say new, first the memory allocation. Once that memory is allocated sufficiently to store all your instance variables, the instance variables are first initialized to default values. And then, as you have said, then it will call the constructor, and then the new operator returns the reference to the allocated object. So what you have written is absolutely same. Yes, Viraj, you can do that, but the code will increase so much. you'll have to keep calling b1 dot get width, b1 dot get whatever depth and height. So instead of that, add a crisp functionality, equality tester, and do it from inside the box. That is what is my thinking. That is what is my suggestion, Viraj. But answer to your question is yes, you can do that way also. लेकिन tester का code बढ़ेगा. So that is not really a good programming practice. Hide all that code inside the box class itself. Sure, you're most welcome.
हॅलो मॅम.
Yes, Rohit?
मॅम इकडे जे B1 आणि B2 आपण स्कॅन करून घेतल्यात बरोबर.
हे बोलतोयस तू इथलं
हा
बोलतोयस?
त्याच्यामध्ये
हा,
हा त्याच्या
करेक्ट.
आणि थर्ड लाईनला हे केलेत. सॉरी
इन्वोक द मेथड
इन्वोक
केली इथे.
इन्वोक केले.
बरोबर.
मग तिकडे B1 आणि B2 तिकडे डायरेक्ट स्कॅनर पण टाकू शकतो ना ब्रॅकेट मध्ये. सिम्पल वरचं
Scanner?
डायरेक्ट स्कॅन. हा
अरे स्कॅनर इथे वरती तू डिक्लेअर केलायस ना. इथे तुम्ही स्कॅनर वगैरे लिहिलेलं नाहीये. स्कॅनर इज इक्वल टू न्यू स्कॅनर हे सगळं आधीच होऊन जाणार. स्कॅनर शिवाय तू इथे आर्ग्युमेंट्स कशी घेणार?
हा तुम्ही आता जे
हे तुझे
आर्ग्युमेंट हायलाइट केले ना आत्ताचे.
तिथे
हा
काय येणार तुझं डॉट्स म्हणजे मी काय सगळं कोड लिहून देणार नाहीये तुम्हाला. SC डॉट नेक्स्ट डबल SC डॉट नेक्स्ट डबल आपण केलं होतं ना, तसे
हो
तुम्ही
हो
आर्ग्युमेंट्स एक्सेप्ट करणार आहात. समजलं?
ओके. हा
हे आपण
डायरेक्ट खाली
हार्डकोड करत नाही आहात. यू आर नॉट हार्ड कोडिंग दिस, यू आर एक्सेप्टिंग इट फ्रॉम द युजर. हे मी जस्ट फक्त एक सिच्युएशन, एक सिनारिओ एक्सप्लेन केला. जर अशी इनपुट्स दिली युजरने तर आउटपुट शुड बी डिफरंट त्याच्यासाठी. समजलं?
तेच म्हणतोय मॅम मी. आता याच्यातून तुम्ही जे हायलाइट केले त्याच्यातून आपण स्कॅन करणार B1 चे डायमेन्शन्स बरोबर.
अरे हे बघ, परत तू
हा
तेच विचारतोयस. इथे डॉट्सच्या जागी तू काय कोड लिहिणार आहेस एवढं मला सांग.
डॉटच्या जागी आपला पॅरामीटराइज कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल होईल ना.
नाही मला तू कोड मध्ये बोल. मला तू इंग्लिश मध्ये किंवा मराठीत बोलूच नकोस. टॉक टू मी इन जावा. व्हॉट इज द कोड यू आर गोइंग टू राईट देअर? बरोबर आहे. इवन इफ इट इज रॉंग बोल, म्हणजे मग मी तुला करेक्ट करीन जर इफ देअर इज समथिंग रॉंग. हे
गेट
डॉट्स
डायमेन्शन.
नाही, रॉंग. परत एकदा ट्राय कर.
ओके
ओके, लेट मी हेल्प.
हा
इथे तू काय केलंस, युजरला प्रॉम्प्ट केलंस की एंटर द बॉक्स डायमेन्शन. मग युजर काहीतरी डायमेन्शन एंटर करेल 10, 11, 12 किंवा काहीही व्हॉट एव्हर 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. मग ती तू कशी वाचणार? स्कॅनर मधून कुठली मेथड कॉल करणार तू टू रीड द डबल व्हॅल्यूज? स्टील नॉट क्लिअर? स्कॅनरची कोणती मेथड आपण वापरतो टू रीड द नेक्स्ट व्हॅल्यू ऑफ अ डबल?
डॉट नेक्स्ट डबल.
एक्झॅक्टली. तर इथे तुझं स्कॅनर असणारच आहे. ते सगळं
हो
मी
हो
लिहून दिलेलं नाहीये इथे. म्हणजे
अच्छा
मी तुला विचारत होते इथे काय असणार तुझं? SC डॉट नेक्स्ट डबल, SC डॉट
थ्री
नेक्स्ट
टाइम्स
डबल आणि SC डॉट नेक्स्ट डबल.
थ्री टाइम.
सो वेन आय से डॉट्स आय एक्सपेक्ट यू टू राईट द कोड. तर नाही तर मग मीच तुम्हाला कोड लिहून दिल्यासारखं होतं ना सगळं.
करेक्ट.
समजलं?
सॉरी मॅम.
दॅट वॉज माय पॉइंट.
येस मॅम.
ओके, या कंटिन्यू. Mute yourself, guys. explain the
ma'am.
check equality. Akshata, you are saying. Why you wrote box? Because Akshata, what are we comparing? We are comparing the type 2 dimensions of the two boxes. So when you say box here, you are passing a box type of reference to this method. So I would suggest, Akshata, look at this line first. So here I have got one box represented by B1 as a reference. I have got another box which is represented by B2. And I want to compare its to the equality of, the dimensions of 2. So how, if I want to pass B2, what is the data type of B2? Box. That is why I wrote box. This is involved concept. So don't worry, even if you don't understand it 100%, I'm going to revise this when you are fresher on Monday morning. But that doesn't mean that you don't do anything at all. You please do things, and then you, whenever you are taking efforts, then your understanding will increase when I explain it thoroughly. Yes, Ragini, tell me, what is your question? You can unmute if you want. हाँ बोल.
मैम, इसके पहले एक स्टूडेंट ने क्वेश्चन किया था कि ऑब्जेक्ट पहले क्रिएट हो रहा है या कंस्ट्रक्टर. तो मैम
अरे मैंने बताया ना कितनी बार मैंने वो बोला. हाँ बोलो.
मैम उस टाइम वो रिकॉर्डिंग थोड़ा ऑफ थी, तो एक बार बस थोड़ा शॉर्ट में एक्सप्लेन कर देंगे.
हाँ, okay.
बाद में रिवाइज करने के लिए.
Yes. So here, this is the example. So RHS उसका solve करते हैं, ठीक है? So when you say new, the new operator first will allocate the memory, okay, in the heap, and how much memory for allocating class pointer and 3 double values. So double के लिए कितनी जगह लगती है? 8 bytes. So 8 3s are 24, and that class pointer maybe 4 bytes. So 28 bytes are memory allocated. But what will be the value of that width and depth and height? Initialized to default. So imagine the data structure. Imagine the memory allocated in the heap with the around 28 bytes, default all initialized to 0. Then kya hoga? After this memory allocation is done, then the constructor is called. So suppose user has given these 3 values. Now the assignment will be done. So abhi width ki value hogi 10.0, 20.0, depth ki hogi 20.0, and the third slot will have fourth slot, in short 30.0. And after that, now the whole new operator has worked, finished. Constructor call ho gaya, memory allocation ho gaya, everything is done. Now it will return the reference to the caller, which holds the address, and that we are assigning it to B1. Understood me, Ragini?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, you're most welcome. Yes, Abhijit, your things are, I think you realize your mistake. Kunal, I'm checking your code. Give me a sec.
Hello, ma'am.
This door. Ek second, I'm reading somebody's code. Give me a sec. Checkbox not with. Yeah, this one. Who is it? Kunal. It's all fine. Great. Good. Rishikesh, here there is no concept of constructor chaining. Constructor chaining, that word, if it is bothering you, remove that. Here we are not calling any constructor chaining at all. Constructor chaining means what? एक constructor call कर रहा है दूसरे constructor को. यहाँ पे कहाँ constructor call हो रहा है? We are just calling a method, check equality. Okay, so that concept doesn't apply here. And if you are talking about that earlier assignment 3.1, you can do it without calling one constructor other one. Okay, anything which you understand is good for me. Thanks, Sumit. Or Alka, I don't know what the name was. Sorry if I give the wrong name.
Ma'am, I need to ask you one doubt.
Can you give me a second? 3.3, yes, Ankit, in a minute. I'm reading somebody's code here, Sumit's code. I'm here. Okay, give me a sec. So, okay, Sumit, then it is. Okay, thanks, Sumit. So, this is fine. It is fine. And that other code was, yes, this one, Sumit, with last 3 digits, 202 is fine. Very good. Yeah, you were asking, somebody was asking me a doubt. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, during the constructor calling inside the constructor, that is constructor chaining, when we were
एक
using
second देना, एक second. I will open the code, yeah, so that you can talk in point. वेग नहीं होगा. Tell me. These are your two constructors. Have a look.
ma'am, I
Bolo.
don't have any doubt in that constructor chaining. I just wanted to ask you that my command prompt was giving me this error that this dot whenever I am calling that constructor, that should be the first statement. So I was asking
Yes,
whether
absolutely. So that I will cover in the theory session.
Ma'am, it's a mock test time, ma'am. They
Sorry?
have it's mock test time, ma'am.
Oh,
6
it's a
to
mock test time.
6:30.
Okay. So we have to wrap up. Okay, just give me a
They
second.
have just uploaded. Mock
They have
test.
already uploaded the mock
Yeah,
test.
just at 6 correctly.
Okay, so
Time
then we
will be
have to cut
extended.
short
Don't
this
worry,
session.
student. Don't worry, student. Time will be
Okay, sir.
extended.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, because then I will just complete my point and then I will stop immediately. Yeah, what I forgot. What were you saying? Right. So this dot nahi lagega. This with the round. Yeah. Sorry. I got mixed up. Yeah, your point is absolutely correct. Whenever you are using this and later super, it has to be the first statement in the constructor. Why and all? I'll explain in the theory session. So that question is pending. So guys, again, looking at time and looking at your mock test, let us wrap up this session. So can you please stop your work, pause your work, because then I will get a chance to explain the remaining assignments, and then you can get a chance to, you have your tomorrow the whole day. So at least spend some two hours in Java and come to the level. At least try out things. I'm not at all pushing you that full assignment has to be done. If it is done, very good, excellent, keep it up. But even if you try it and you get a problem, you can ask me on Monday lab, in Monday lab. So anyway, let me not waste your time. One second, now I'm in the middle of discussion of a assignment solution. So do you have any point to add to that? Yes, somebody interrupted me, bolo.
मॅम तिथे आपण पॅरामीटर कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल केलाय तर डिफॉल्ट कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल होतो न्यू कीवर्ड नंतर.
Default constructor call kasa will unless until you have said this and a round bracket. All those things you try it out on your own. Monday lab will be full of all answers to your questions. Okay, so now please don't interrupt.
Okay.
I'm explaining 3.3. The whole of this is going to be shared, uploaded on the Google Drive. Don't worry about that. So now read this question. So this question is little, question itself is little hard to understand. So I'm taking time. I'm just taking 5 minutes, I hope. So imagine means in the tester, user has already given you the order for the first box. Okay? So you have this code, box B1 is equal to new box, and tell me what will be these dots replaced by? You can't write dots there, you will get a compiler error. What will be these dots will be replaced by SC dot next double. Okay, so no hard coding. Take the information from client. So can everyone understand that first box is done? Okay, now imagine user loved your box, user liked your box. Okay, and user says, okay, now give me another box. I'm saying another box. This is not alteration. This is a creation of new box. And user is a lazy user. And user says, I will just give you the offsets. Okay, so let us think in numbers. Suppose the first triplet was 10, 20, 30. So user, you have to write a code which user wants, which whatever services user requires, client requires, we have to fulfill. So what will you ask to the client? Enter the offsets from the first box dimensions. So user kya enter karega? Will he enter the new box dimensions or only the offsets? N for new, O for offset. So suppose user enters, some offset 5 minus 3 minus 4. Anything, it's a signed one, right? So you have to write certain code which will create another box, another new box in the memory, in the heap, With which dimensions? Can you do the math for me? What will be the dimensions? What should be the dimensions of the newly created box? You just have to do the math of this and this. Let me see what you are saying. Okay, you are doing the math. 17 and 26. I don't know what you reach. Array 10 plus 5. So new box ka width should be 15. 20 minus 3. Note the sign. 20 minus, okay, 17. I think you're right. Sorry, my mistake. I take it back. My math was horrible. And 30 minus 4, 26. Okay, if you are arrived at the same number, you are right. My bad. Okay, so this is what is the question. So abhi question clear hua? Is the question clear at least? Kya karna hai? Is it clear? Okay, so this is what we are attempting. Again, I don't want to do anything here in the tester. I just want to call the method. So I'm helping you partially here. Partially, I want to leave it to you and let's see what you do. Okay, so what will be the next line? You have already asked for the dimensions. Offset user has supplied. So you have to write a method. You will write a method in the box class. And what will you call it on? You will call it on B1. So B1 dot create new box. See the method name. Method name should give you clue. So tell me once again at the cost of repeating. Are you modifying this box? Are you going to modify this box at all? Yes or no? Answer is absolutely not. I want a new box. So user is giving you more business. Ek to ban gaya, 10, 20, 30. Then this is the one he wants. Okay. So create new box. And how will you add these dimensions? Dimensions are double. So kya karoge aap? SC dot next double, SC dot next double, SC dot next double. So at this time, you are actually expecting the dimensions. Here, you are expecting offsets. Are you clear so far? Only this much. Are you clear? Okay. Because I'm not writing the code. You are going to write the code. So anyone wants to tell me what should be the LHS of this method? What should that method return? LHS, please. A box type. So a newly created box. So यहाँ पे आपका होगा box. See, I always give the variable names with thinking. Thinking यानी क्या? It should tell you what is it I'm expecting. So a new box with the offsetted dimensions, and these dimensions are this. I'll put it on the same line. So you have given the offsets, and okay, that I'll just this is what should be the result. So now I have given you how to call a method. आपको थोड़ा reverse engineering. You have to just do the reverse engineering and think about how will you solve it. Looking at time, I'm not writing that code. I'm only offering this much help. Next one. Think about it. It won't be clear. You have to really think about it. Something you try, so that when we complete it on Monday, you will have better idea, better understanding. Next one. Look at this and just understand the question. I'm just trying to complete the discussion here in a quick manner. So I want you to display the color of the box. So we are not comparing. I'm not yet started with the array. Okay. So I will have only two boxes, B1 and B2. And whichever box has a larger volume, uska color aapko display karna hai. Is the question. Is the question clear? Okay, so here again, I'm providing you maximum help from the tester. So यहाँ पे example. So again the same. So here box B1 equal to new box होगा with the user defined user supplied dimensions. Box 2 में दूसरी box होगी. Okay, and sorry. Then so now suppose again I'm saying. So it's a easy, I mean, what do you say? Functionality wise, it is easy. Coding wise, it will take some time. So suppose it is 20, 30, 40. So किसका color print होना चाहिए? B1 का color या B2 का color?
B2.
Of course, B2. Are you understanding? So, naturally. But guys, step back. Is there any color we have defined anywhere in the box class? Have we thought about the colored box at all? तो क्या करना पड़ेगा आपको? What is it you will have to do in the box class? You will have to add. नहीं method छोड़ो. Method of course. Method is later. First you will have to add the additional state. So कौन सी state होगी? So what is the current state of the box? Just it has got double depth, height, and width. So you will have to add the additional data member color. तो उसका like people have already given me. I want tight encapsulation. तो उसको कर दो private string color. And again now you'll have to for solving this assignment you will have to add an additional constructor. It will involve thinking, but I'm telling you it is interesting one to solve. So here you will have to take additional argument such as color. So okay, suppose it is red and green, some colors. This will be taken from the user, and then you will have to write a method which will display the color, of course, as green. So here I will write the method for you. So again we are talking about two boxes comparison. B1 dot check volume, or okay, compare volume, or whatever, something. Or actually, you can do it in a simpler manner. Sorry, I take it back. So you have got this. So please, in a hurry, I might make the wrong statement. So I'm correcting myself. You don't require any new method. Tell me, sitting in the tester, can you find out the volume of these boxes, guys?
Yes.
Of course, yes. So no new method here. Which is the method to use for getting the box time? I'm so sorry. Getting the box volume. You have a method already. B1 dot get box volume. Okay? And similarly, I'm not writing the whole code. I'm just helping you with pointers. Pointers means some information. You have B2 dot get box volume. तो उसका सिर्फ comparison करना है. If condition less than and all that. And then display the color. This is the only help I'm suggesting. And since I'm already extended the session, so this is the only offer. This I'll be uploading, don't worry. And after solving this, if you have energy, time, and all those things, I've written some very interesting, the ready-made code samples, test parameter passing one, and I've given the full path and all. So you can definitely solve. And long back, somebody had asked me कि उनका package का code चल नहीं रहा था. So I'm extending it with 1 minute by 1 minute. I'm compiling that package code with all of you. So do it with me so that you will test that package code sample. वो test packages लिखा था, वो भी test करके रखते हैं, so that on Monday morning I can start. After that revision, I can start with the packages. So quickly open the command prompt. I'm going to do it in a fast manner. So cope up with the speed because already I've extended the session a lot. So bin folder me. Go to the bin folder and say delete star.class. Delete the class file. I'm not asking you to delete the Java sources .class files. Delete karo. Done? Be with me. Try to do it with me, guys. I know I'm going fast here. Respond. Kiya? Pura delete kar do class. .class files. Okay, you do it whenever you want. I'm clearing the screen. Now I'm showing you how to compile that package code. So compilation kahan se hoga? SRC se. So cd //src. Simply say dir. This is my code. I have supplied it with you in the morning half lunch break. So yahan pe under tester, if you say, see what I'm doing. If I say dir tester, I have got a package source here. So anyone wants to tell me, how do I compile it? So when I say compile in the middle of night without ID, javac -d /bin. It's standard. Okay, complete the rest. What should I add here? So I can't directly write test package. Pehle path dena padega. So this is a relative path. We are already till SRC. So यहाँ पे सिर्फ TE लिखो और tab it. तो ये tester देगा आपको. / again tab it because there's only one source file over. So this is the compilation method. Somebody was telling me, I forgot her name. So this is what you do. So 100% it will compile. It was a 2-liner code. Okay, so ये compile हो चुका. Now go back to bin folder. Okay, and how do you run any package class? Package name dot class name. So package name क्या है? Tester. What is the separator of a package? Should I say here dot or slash? Answer is
Dot.
dot. And then you write simply tab doesn't work. Package tester.test package, and you should see the correct output. That is all, guys, from my side. Whatever I did, that core Java assignments and whatever I said, I'll of course upload under day2 data, same folder, day2 lab or something, and you'll get it. That will be all from my side. Have a happy Sunday, and do try to invest some time in Java so that, when we go in next week little bit advanced, you will be able to cope up. That will be all. Have a great day. Have the great weekend. See you around.
हेलो मैम,
Yes.
ये
Yeah.
आप ड्राइव पे डालने वाले हो या ये पे छोड़ना
काय? I didn't understand you.
हे
Tell me.
हे ड्राईव्हवर टाकणार आहेत आत्ताचे
हो, हे मी ड्राईव्हर टाकणार आहे. काय टाकणार आहे ड्राईव्हर? तर कोर जावा असाइनमेंट मध्ये जे हिंट्स दिले आहेत ना, त्या सगळ्या
हा.
अपलोड करणार आहे ड्राईव्हर.
हा,
डोंट
ठीक
वरी अबाउट इट. ओके,
आहे.
सो सी
हा,
यू
चालेल.
सी यू ऑन मंडे.
ओके.
बाय.